Well, to become an Eagle Scout, a young man must complete over 200 hours of community service. A local teen from Mount Pleasant is hoping his Eagle Scout project will help maintain the history of Scanlonville's African American Cemetery.
A local Boy Scout working towards his Eagle Scout project is helping to make the African American burial site known as the Scanlonville Cemetery more easily accessible.
I think for me, especially nowadays, I mean, there's just people keep moving here, people keep building on stuff. I think just the preservation of just the history, especially here in the Low Country, is just so important.
Scanlonville Cemetery, also known as Remley's Point Cemetery, is a historic African American cemetery located in the Scanlonville neighborhood of Mount Pleasant. The area was known as Remley's Point before the Civil War for the Remley family who owned the plantation there. After the Civil War, the land was purchased in a property auction by a freed slave who formed the Charleston Land Company, a cooperative association aimed at helping freed slaves own their own land.
A lot of our residents, they actually go back to the 1800s. Their family does, and they're still here. So when you're looking at the cemetery, you're looking at their fathers, mothers, grandparents, and all of them were, the family came about, they were freed slaves.
Kennard, with the help of his fellow scouts in Troop 20, are creating a designated pathway for hearses and cars to drive through the cemetery by inserting posts and rope along the edge of the path where the burial sites are. This will help preserve the cemetery, which dates back to the mid-1800s, and make the cemetery more accessible for everyone.
To be honest, I just wanted to do a project that was kind of abnormal to like the traditional Eagle projects, like building benches or kayak racks or some of the painting rooms, and I want to do something. My house is right here, so I want to do something that sort of I could look back on and be like, I did that. And all the land back here leaves opportunities for other scouts to come and do future projects. So I thought it was a really good choice to sort of start something new.
Kennard says he hopes his project will be the catalyst for other scouts to continue the beautification and maintenance of this historic site. Community members who maintain the historic site say the upkeep of the site faces new challenges as the community continues to be built up around it.
Right now, because of gentrification that has affected our cemetery, high tide, when it's high tide that's coming in, we are having more water to come towards our cemetery. So even someone will do a retainer wall to keep the water outside of our cemetery, that would be even tremendous because of it. Of course, African American cemeteries, most of them are built on the marsh. So therefore, when there was a lot of land and marsh area, we never had the problems with flooding. But as building and things occur, it's now interfering with a lot of the African American cemeteries.
There are 41 marked graves in this cemetery, but historians believe there could be more than 1,000 African Americans buried here. Kennard hopes to complete his Eagle Scout project by the spring. Working for you, Emily Deanne, News 4.